Hi, I'm Becky Rose Dungeon Girl, and you might remember my video on how to handle bad players, for which I had to recruit a bad player. But for this one, it's about bad GM, which means I had to recruit a good player. Please welcome the Rook DM, everyone! You arrive in the village of Gopya. What do?
Okay, well there's a few houses and it appears to be quite deserted, so I think I'll knock on this door, maybe check everything's okay.
You can't knock on the door, there's no knocker. In fact, the door flies open the moment you knock it and reveals the inside. So this video is about GMs who take away from the player's description, and we're kind of trained wrong because of Dungeons and Dragons itself. The player says what they're going to do, and the GM interprets that. The problem is the GM often has an image of the world in their mind that might differ to the image the players are seeing. So when the player goes to do something, the GM countermands them. They retcon the player's imagination and take it away from them. You enter the building.
Hold on, is it chef? Right there.
And you see some stairs up and a table full of food.
Okay, well, it looks ready. So I suppose I might eat a little bit. I've been travelling a long way, but I won't steal so much that it looks like
Oh,
something.
let me stop you there, because actually the food's cold and hasn't been cooked yet. After eating your cold food, you travel up the stairs and you find an office room.
Okay. Well, again, there's nobody here, so I suppose I check out the bureau.
You get to the bureau, and then you notice the man in the room. Oi, what are you doing with my bureau?
Where did you come from? You weren't there a minute ago.
No, you just didn't make a perception roll. After killing the man, you find your way to the bedroom.
Wow, that's a big bear. Let's hope it's dead. Okay, I check out that other cupboardy thing.
There is indeed a bare floor rug. It's very small and next to the bed. So, when a GM retcons a player's imagination like that, it completely disempowers the player and disenfranchises them. So when a GM takes what the player says,
Okay, so
and then doesn't let them and their version of events happen,
well, I said I was going to go to that house
And-
over there.
you can't get to that house over there because at the moment there's something blocking you, so you have to go here, that kind of stuff. That's a GM we don't like.
But the road is perfectly clear there.
Only in your imagination, because in my imagination, it's a river! This kind of behaviour is actually quite common in GMs. The majority of GMs actually do this kind of retconning and taking what the player describes and then overruling it in some way, and it's because the GM has an image of what's happening in their mind that doesn't match the players. And in this situation, if it's not a really important quest detail, let the player's description take it, because it doesn't matter. Unless it's absolutely pivotal to the plot, don't change the player's description, because players have good stories in them if you let them tell them.
Can I start the waving now? Then why didn't you describe it as a fucking river?
Sure, kick it in! Ah! Ah!
That means that your players will have a lot of incentive to go and explore them. Also have a think about what could be under your forest. Things like burrows for dire wolves, dire badgers, that kind of thing.